Hi, Bill here. So, I want to be able to go camping and take 4 bikes with me, along with my trailer, and I've got a pickup truck, and I refuse to spend a ton of money to buy some rack that makes the bikes taller than the back of the truck, so that I can go through some fast food lane sometime, forget they're up there, and just rip them apart. So I decided to make something that sits in the bed of the truck. I'll kind of go through this with you, but it's a basic 2x4 rack that you can build for about 25 bucks with all the hardware, and it'll neatly hold 4 bikes of kind of any size. Holds them really well and sturdy, and then I can actually kick those 2 center bikes back wheels out to the side, and I can still fit a lot of stuff in the bed of the truck. Stuff between the bikes, still carry a lot of camping gear. So let's kind of go through 1 bike at a time. All right, so these center 2 kids bikes, you can see I just kind of go down and I have it set up to sandwich the wheel between those 2 2x4s, and then there's a hook on either side and a bungee cord to the middle of the frame. Really the same thing with the bigger bikes. I just go back behind the a little further back on the bike to get a little better angle to hold them securely. So let me go ahead and get the bikes out of the way so that you can see how we put this together. So bam, now with the 2 kids bikes out of the way, I think you can see a little better how it's really simple. The only difficulty would be if you had a mix of road bikes and mountain bikes with different width tires, but mine all are pretty darn close. So you can see all I did was come down on each side and just screw in a hook. You could wrap around with the bungee cord. The hook's just a little quicker and easier to get a hold of. And then we'll go through how it mounts in the truck here in a second. Alright, so here's all the bikes removed. And one thing I'll mention is my mountain bike, my full suspension has disc brakes in the front, and you can kind of see I went ahead and I cut an area into the 2x4 right there just to make room for the disc so that the thing would pull tight up forward. And the tires actually all go forward till they hit the front of the bed. And the bungee's holding tight against that. So the way this rack gets held in, it's really secure. Like I can pull on it and it doesn't go anywhere. And it's held in with just three simple bungees wrapped around the center, the end and the two ends in the center. And on the GM trucks, there's these extra tie downs that you can get, and I just went ahead and ordered those. And those are nice for holding this thing in there. And actually, you can see they're all around the bed. So if you had a problem with the back of the bikes moving around, just a couple bungees in the back. I didn't find it was a problem. They stayed put, especially with my other camping gear. And then down here on the bottom, all I do is, I've got this bottom hook and I just bungee around the back side, and that pulls it snug towards the front. And one of them was probably enough, but I do 2 of them just to be safe. And I thought about using like a, like a little twist bolt or something to snug that up in there, but it just would have been too, more trouble to hook up. So I just decided to use bungees. And then, to stop it from going forward, I've got these 2x4s, and I went ahead and just put rubber on the ends so it doesn't etch up the spring and bed liner. You can see I got a little cute there and cut it to match. But yeah, there's the rack in the truck, and it just takes a minute to put it in there. And then finally, the one thing I didn't think about before I made this was, my mountain bike doesn't have a kickstand. A lot of mountain bikes don't. And the cool thing is, when I get to the campsite, this thing, because of the feet that go back to wrap the bungees around and then what goes forward to hit the front of the bed, it just makes a perfect little bike parking rack. So I just stick it on the slab there by the camper, and I've got a bike parking rack. So, we'll get to this next time. My modified cheapo garbage find trailer with 4 inches of suspension. But we'll talk about that next. But anyways, thanks a lot. Bye.